coasting. It was at one of the boat ramps near the house. Had a good time. Quite a few cars showed up. It was cool to see people. So me and Rusty's dad are actually just driving on, I think this is called the Parkway. So my GoPro's kind of, this one's kind of dead, so I was going to film, but you know, this is kind of a POV view. I'm just kind of driving. A little rich on the air fuel, which is good. Keeping it nice and cool. My trans temp never goes above 150. The coolant temp is staying at about 190 right now, which is great. So I can't begin to explain how happy I have been the past 2 days just driving this car. Like, no hiccups, no issues, knock on wood, but I've just been enjoying it. Doing something that this car really shouldn't be doing, but it is doing it, and it's doing it well. So I basically wanted to drive this up until like the first overlook, and then I'm gonna catch up with you guys there. Well guys, I'm sitting here with Pops, and he's been following me around in his ND. Crazy fun drive. And we we've been driving up the hill, but our house is down the hill, and I'm not gonna make no cool engine noises if we're just idling down the hill. So I said, well, screw it, let me put the GoPro on the roof. We'll drive up a couple more stops. So at least I got some sort of engine noises, but I'm afraid of going too far because I really don't have any gas cans with us, and I don't really know how much I'm gonna drink. But like, this is just not a view that a normal drag car would ever see. And for all you guys out there that keep telling me that this is a race car, you know, I'm not gonna deny, but I'm also not gonna say it's not a street car. So you will now see the footage from that camera. And then after that, we're gonna pop the drone up in the air and get some aerial shots. stuck on the side of the mountain. So I guess I got really comfortable with the car today, and it felt like it was driving amazing. All the temps were great, so I've been pretty hard romping on it for a couple miles now, and we're getting on the Dragon right now, and then I just see the coolant temp start climbing and climbing and climbing, and sure as crap, the rear cap, I guess it evacuated some of the water out of it, which is weird because the coolant pressure was never high, and the temp just kept on rising. So I guess I might have just been beating on it and the temperature overcame the pressure. I'm not sure. So I have Pops going to get some water for me at the house, because I had quite a few gallons of distilled water. And as you see here, I brought some. See, look at this, look at all the homies. As you see here, I actually brought gas with me so I could drive it back to the end and back, and you know, I was feeling real comfortable with the car. At this point, I have put over 100 miles on the car since I've been here, which is actually more than I have put on the car, period, since I started in May. So that in itself, in my opinion, is a huge success. So I guess I get to sit on the side of the mountain for a little bit till Pops comes back. So anyway, I got the hood off, and then you can see the nice little the dusty boys from all the E85, but you know, oh well. I mean, this is a cool spot to hang out, I guess, and hey, it is what it is. You know, I had a first time at the Dragon, I had no issues, but you know, the more and more I got comfortable driving the car, the more and more I kept on beating on it, and I mean, this is what it's all about. The more and more miles I get on it, we got to figure out the goods and the bads. So I know right now, I mean, my coolant temp is absolutely fine. I shut everything off. The pumps are off and everything. Right now it's at 152. So I gotta get more water in it. So waiting on Pops. Well, so being the fact that it is now Saturday night, we are done with Miatas at the Gap vacation. In the morning we load up and head back home. So I put the roof back on and get everything else, you know, starting to get packed up and get everything put away. So I still can't believe how well she did. And definitely gotta keep an eye on top of the radiator, make sure no leaves are on there, because that's exactly what happened. The car was driving great, I was getting a little confident with it. The second we were on the Dragon for about 1.5 miles, it started getting hot. I pulled over, it evacuated the water, and basically our assumption is that the whole top of the radiator is covered in leaves to where the fans weren't cooling the radiator. That's why the coolant temp kept on rising, and that be that. So it was pretty cool to drive the car through the mountains in the dark, or the sunset. You know, that was very interesting. Thankfully Michael was in front of me, because that was kind of sketchy, because my headlights are cool but they don't shine light at all really well. I would love to do a projector setup in the front just to have better visibility. So I think that's going to be more of a little bit higher up on my to-do list of cosmetic mods. So anywho, I've been having issues with the desktop this week, unfortunately. Drug it all the way up here, but it keeps throwing codes or screens for motherboard related stuff, and since I don't know anything about computers, I haven't really been using the computer much. All I've done was offload all my GoPro footage and my drone footage onto the computer. That way all my SD cards have space. So unfortunately I didn't get a video out every day like I was planning on it, but I mean, this is, I guess, the stuff that I gotta go through. This whole weekend was an absolute success. According to my odometer, which I know is accurate, we put about 120 miles on the car this weekend, which is really badass. So for one small issue of it overheating because of the leaves in the back, I'm cool with that. That's nothing major at all. That's just something that I have to learn with the rear mount setup, to keep an eye on debris. So anyhow, appreciate the support, guys, and I will see you guys back in Florida. Well, good morning from the house. Unfortunately, we are driving home, and I was just about to pick up the jack, and the damn handle came out. So as I was saying, we are finally heading home today, unfortunately. So everybody left me behind to load up my car by myself, but that's okay. They'll be ready for me by the time we get to, I guess, the place called The Hub. I went yesterday there in the morning for a little car meet. So I just got to load up the car, and then we have a nice, lovely 13, 14 hour drive home, because I'm sure we're going to stop 10 times. That's just how it works out. So that's going to be the fun part. Time to get rolling. And with the garage closing, that is it. We are done for this weekend. I'm gonna miss this place. I love Tennessee. It is a beautiful place. So got turtle loaded up, and I guess we are now heading back to Florida. Very, very sad times. So this was really convenient. I had to stop and get gas for the truck, but they had E85. So I filled up 4 of my cans, and I actually topped off the Miata now. So I'm currently in Georgia, so I just stopped at a racetrack to fill up the truck and get something to eat. I haven't eaten yet, but it's pretty sweet. I've never been in a racetrack where you have to actually slice up your own pizza and they have self-checkout. It's kind of cool. So anyway, back on the road.
Because we mounted this one has all the brackets we need to hold it in place.
Driving through Atlanta, watching one of Adam Elzin's Barra
a lot of the
videos.
brackets are broken off because this is where the accident happened.
Seeing the car and hopefully convincing him to race me in the Miata. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That should be pretty easy to use.
Still got another
metal bracket come out of there
6.5 hours to drive.
Get that side mounted.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was,
oh man, back in Florida. Oh, it's been such a long day. And I still have another 216 miles to go. Look who I get to see. Sarge. He never stops sleeping. So what's going on, guys? I know this upload has very much slacked. We've been home for about a week now. And I never filmed any sort of outro. So whenever I filmed the last clip going through the border, I set the GoPro in the passenger seat, and I guess I never shut it off, so the camera died. But got home safe and sound, took the car off and unpacked, and such is life. So it was a great weekend. A lot of fun with the guys. Pops helped me out tremendously with helping me get back on the road after the whole overheating issue. So nonetheless, I mean, like I said, I put 120 miles on the car during the weekend, and it only overheated because of me not paying attention to my radiator. So all in all, it was a win. I can't wait for next year. I don't know if the car is going to go there or not next year. I definitely will from now on. As long as my Daytona homies want to get the house, I'm game just to hang out. Like I went last year with just my pickup truck. I didn't bring my car, and I had just as much fun as me bringing the car this year. So I know they're talking about, for 2021, they're talking about doing a shitbox challenge where you have to buy a Miata, bring it there, and have no more than $1,500 into the car with everything included. So we're going to talk about that in an upcoming video. I think it's kind of neat. Personally, I don't see myself entering or doing that. I'm more of the support vehicle kind of role. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for the support and love. Got some cool updates coming for you. And then this week we'll actually be hanging out with a couple of my buddies. I'm sure you guys have heard of Kev from Four Bangers Production. I'll be going to hang out with his shop on Thursday with the car. And this weekend we have Clean Culture Car Show at the Daytona International Speedway. So this weekend's going to be kind of cool. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.